Happy Monday, everybody. Coach Aaron here from Fitness Legacy. Today, I'm going to be helping to answer a question that I've gotten from people before. I've also gotten it from my active clients, people that I'm currently working with, and something I've also dealt with myself. And that is, what do you do when you tweak something? Okay, so you've been working out, you're being consistent, and then typically my experience is that it's outside the workout. Something happens. My personal history has been like I tweak my back, throw my back out, or I dislocated the shoulder several years ago and I have like it subluxes again, so it pops out again. And then what do you do? So you've got your workouts on your schedule. How do you go about getting back into the workout routine? Because if this has ever happened to you, a lot of people, what happens is you get this thing, and 1 week, 2 weeks go by, and then you don't get back into your workout routine. All right, very bad. That, of course, is going to undo the progress that you've made really quickly. And that's actually one of the most common reasons that people stop working out is they get hurt. Sometimes it's muscle soreness. People didn't know what to expect. Other times it's, again, like you tweak or you sprain something. So this question is not going to be relevant to a full-on injury, okay? So you break a bone, you tear something. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about like tweaks and strains and sprains, things that are on the lower grade side, all right? So something that doesn't mean you need to go to the doctor. So what do? I have found there are basically 3 things that you can do. Everything that you can do is going to fall into one of these 3 categories. First is rest, okay? So resting, taking time off, sitting down more, leaving the weights alone for a few days, letting the body actually recover. And that is something I highly recommend people do for at least a couple of days following some sort of tweak or strain. I actually had a client just this last week. He texted me on Wednesday that he tweaked his back. It was in the middle of the day, just one of those things like a lot of people, like you bend down to pick something up and you move the wrong way and you go one way, your back goes the other. If you've been there, give me a like, okay? Almost everybody's been there, or at least know somebody who has. And so, okay, yeah, chill for a couple of days, take it easy. He'd already done that. He messaged me on Thursday after it happened on Wednesday. So had a couple of days. So I asked him, okay, how are you feeling? Are you feeling up to coming in for a workout? He's like, okay, I think I'm doing better. And so he comes in for a workout. So I tell him, okay, first thing to do is rest. I'm back. I personally will also add to that restore, okay? Restoring are things like mobility drills, stretching, different sorts of movements that help to kind of put the body back together in a sense. I also am a big fan of the chiropractor, so I go to my chiropractor as fast as I possibly can. I've had times where I did tweak my back in the middle of a workout. I'm like, I can get to the chiropractor in 2 hours, and I go. I do like the chiropractor, doing things to restore yourself. So for my clients, I actually provide what I call a mobility corner. It's a 5 to 10 minute mobility sequence every day, and it's not injury related per se, but it's often very helpful for that. And so I sent him a couple of videos that I had done on things that were relevant to what he was dealing with. I'm actually going to show you one real quick that I find for people who like their back kind of tightens up, especially if you're like me. When my back tightens up, one of the fastest ways I know something's really wrong is my toe touch just goes to crap. So, I can normally reach the ground, but if it's like my back's bad, I'm usually like here. Okay, and so what I do, simple trick, is I'll grab something, could be a filled up water bottle. There's a thousand things you could do. You elevate your toes, put the thing between your legs, and then bending your knees only as much as you need to, you reach down and touch the ground for 10 to 20 reps. And then you do the exact same thing again with your heels elevated. Bend down, bending your knees as much as is necessary, but no more than necessary. And again, do 10 to 20 reps. If you can't see, I've got a little mat down here that gives me a little bit of elevation. So, let me check here real quick. Okay, just make sure I wasn't getting any questions. So if you do have any questions, post them down below and I'll get to them. So he came in for his workout on Friday, and based on what he was telling me, okay, I had him do this thing. He added 10 inches to his toe touch inside of 2 minutes. Okay, his back started releasing, his muscles started relaxing, calming down. And so that's the first 2 things. He'd already rested it. We did a little bit of restoration. Based on how he was feeling, I said, okay, I think we're cool to go on to step 3, which is to work it. So rest it, restore it, work it. Okay? I wish the third one started with an R. And the idea there is you do need to start putting the body back under some challenge. We did light weights, but we did similar movements. We watched his range of motion to make sure he was doing okay. We stayed out of the pain range. So with that, for example, if you get somebody, maybe it's a squat, and if here they have pain, then that's as far as we're squatting for today. I'm a big fan of full range of motion, but it's maximum pain-free range of motion. So in his case, we're normally doing like barbell back squats and stuff like that. Okay, I had him just grab a kettlebell. You're just gonna do some kettlebell squats today. Whatever range of motion you're able. So we kept it light, focused on pain-free range of motion to give his body some load with some normal movement patterns and getting back into a normal movement stream. I've found for myself, I've done the same thing. Again, I throw my back out, go to the chiropractor quick as I can, do some restoration and rest for 2-3 days, usually is what I do. And then by that point, I'm usually 90-95%. Now, do I go straight back to my heavy lifting? No, I do not. I start light and I work things up, and I take a week or so to build myself back up to where I had been. And if I do that, usually I'm right as rain in no time at all. I've had plenty of people that I've worked with or that I've talked to that they throw their back out, they're gone for 2 weeks. You do this protocol, you spend some time intentionally trying to restore the movements and the patterns, you give it the rest that it needs, and then you gently start working it again, your recovery will be much faster. That has been my experience, that is what I do, and that's what I often teach my clients so that they can get back in the swing of things before they lose momentum, all right? Again, if you've got something more extreme that needs you need to go to the doctor for, that's different. If you actually have to heal, that's different. But if your body just needs to kind of recover a little bit before you can get back at it, I found those are the three things. A lot of times working it is the one that people miss because they're not 100% yet. They don't start working out yet again. And what it turns out that their body needs is they need that extra stimulation of getting back to normal, but not too aggressively, to push their bodies to finish recovering. So again, I can't explain it any different than that. That's just been my experience working with people and working with myself. So I hope this is helpful. If you have any questions on this, please post it down below. I'm happy to talk with you. Do keep an eye out. I've got some stuff coming out this week that I think a lot of you are going to be really interested in. So keep an eye out. Make sure you're subscribed to my profile. You're making sure you're seeing my stuff. And I will see you tomorrow. That's all I've got for you. Be blessed. Have a wonderful day.